The big question is, who is the typical Nevada voter? Now, you can't always tell by which candidate won the election because we vote for leaders for a variety of reasons. But when you look at the results of the ballot questions, a different picture emerges. It gives you an idea of who we are based on, how we think government should run. So who are we? Let's take a look. First, we're pro-choice. 64% of Nevadans voted to start the process of amending the Constitution to protect abortion rights. That, by the way, is almost exactly the percentage of the electorate that ratified a pro-choice law in Nevada back in 1990. That tells us Nevada voters are consistent. Second, we think elections need more security. More than 73% of us decided to start amending the Constitution to require an ID when you vote in person or by mail. And speaking of voting, we like things just the way they are. A majority, 53%, rejected question 3, which would have switched Nevada to an open primary and ranked choice voting system. That also shows Nevadans can change their minds. 2 years ago, that measure passed with 53%. Nevadans are also kind-hearted. We don't want to use outdated terms to refer to people with disabilities. That's why we amended the Constitution to use more modern language for those folks. And we also don't want slavery anywhere near our state. That's why we took slavery out of the Constitution, where it was still listed as a punishment for a crime.
Scripps News.
Nevadans also don't like taxes, and when they get a chance to give people a tax break, they generally do it. Starting in January, thanks to the 68% of people who supported question 5, there won't be a sales tax on child or adult diapers. And finally, Nevada voters mean what they say and don't like having to repeat themselves. That's one reason they again rejected question 1, which would have kicked the regents out of the state constitution. The legislature put that question to voters in 2020, and voters said no, but the state legislature turned right around and put the same question back on the ballot this year. The result, an even bigger no vote the second time. While there were a couple of close votes on this year's ballot questions, the rest passed with more than 60% of the vote. That's one last thing we can tell you about Nevadans. Most of us agree on issues more than we disagree. Reporting in studio, I'm Steve Sibyl.